The more you bug you find to that developer work. So you are a good name on that. They are called mainframe testers. You only you'll be testing somebody's coded program. There is another called production support. In the production support, what happens now? Production support means they all what you called immediate support. Support means suppose there is a banking application. Think of like your Mastercard or Visa card or ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank. There are many banks. They are all running on no system. They have a projects. Suppose there is something, some problem happen. You are the people immediately you have to correct it because project cannot halt it, cannot be stopped. So production support means immediately you have to resolve it and implement, find the problem, find the bug, and solve it. They are all called production support. So in DXC, you'll be put into these three work initial level, and because there are because already you people are all assigned to insurance means definitely you'll be put into either these three categories. Some of the people will go for this, and some of the people will go to the other one. Some of the remaining people will go to the third type. And initial label, what I can say, because even today you join the project, you can find very senior people. No, they are all my kids. I only trained them. And so initial label, I'll just no, I just once you get your project allocation, which project, because as I said, the three projects are happening, running at DXC insurance. I'm talking about banking and other thing. Other projects are all also happening, running there. But in insurance, three projects are there. So across the locations. So and my kids are all across the locations. And once you get after the training, once you get your allocation, uh, then just contact your senior people. Definitely, they are all my trained kids. So initial level of help, no, they'll give you all these things. Okay, don't worry those.
And
Uh,
one more question. Is
yeah, you
this
can.
mainframe related only to banking and insurance or anything more?
There are, you just tell one global application. Global application means the application, the project which is global across the world. You tell me one, I'll tell you whether they are using mainframe or not. Any global application. Think
Mm,
of banking, think of insurance, think of retail bank, retail healthcare. Healthcare in the sense like you have healthcare means those what do you call um, mm, what is that health project? I forgot that. Then you have that Walmart. You remember Walmart? They're
Yes, sir.
just like your total mall and more and market. No, they are
Yeah,
all Walmart. They are
from
all
you.
retailing.
Yeah.
They are all retail people. They are also using. Like you have a flight ticket. You have booked a flight ticket through online. They are using the mainframe. British Airways, Lufthansa. They are all using mainframes. Your even your no all booking everything is done on mainframe. You know your railway reservation. Railway reservation, have you booked the railway reservation ticket?
Yes, sir.
have you
yes,
have
sir.
you been to the client the station and booked the ticket?
No,
I'm not asking like booking online sitting at
no,
home.
no, no, no.
Have you been to the platform? They have a reservation counters also. once you
Yes, sir.
Once you happen to go there, you can see that the people who are all booking the ticket, no, they are using some black and white screens. They are all mainframes. Any global applications without mainframe they cannot run.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any questions? You all have to ask questions. You cannot keep your mouth closed and no, you, everybody, because see now I'll tell you about DXC policies here. They have given, you must be knowing Rinku, right? Rinku? Ah, she is the person, Rinku, she is the person contacts you or sends all the mail, okay? And DXC is here, they are all process oriented. Lot of paperwork for the trainer. So first morning and evening, 2 times I have to take the attendance. Just like how your school days and all you do know, present sir, present madam, same thing you have to do it. One in the daytime morning and one in the afternoon. And every module, there are some modules. Every module after that, you have a test. When it was offline training, meaning that is your Hyderabad office or your Noida office, no, it was pen and paper. But now in the online, it will be online quiz and all. MCQs, I'll be giving some MCQs, you have to appear that. The more you score, the faster the allocation is onto the project. So you have to score high for getting a good project, because when the allocation happens to the project, the 3 projects, they see the marks. Okay, based on the mark they allocate it. And yes, I have seen also in DXC, if you are fail in this mark exams and all, and no, finally they say sorry, tata, bye bye. Okay, they have seen people also, they know, they removed people scoring very less scores. So it is your duty to score high and get a good project with a good score set. Clear now? So, and one more thing, this mainframe is just not like, no, like you can, after the training, you can practice at home and all, nothing like that. So this is very costly access, mainframe access during the training. I'll be giving you how to do it, how to execute, how to practice all the things during the training session. Okay. After the training, whatever R&D you have to do it here during the training. Once your training is over, same thing you cannot try out of the DXC server, DXC mainframe. Am I clear? So whatever practice you have to do it here during the training itself. Normally what I do, after every day class, I'll give you some task. I forgot, yeah, I'm out of the track now. So this is after taking the attendance and your module test, there will be some task also. Every day I'll give you some, based on the particular that day's topic, I'll give you some task, some 3 or 5 or 10 or something like that. You have to finish the task before 10 in the night, meaning after 5:30 in the class, you have to take some little break and do those tasks. They are called homework kind of things. There is a mark on that also. So next day, no, by 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, you have to finish it, so that next day I'll send the reports to your people that you have finished those tasks and all. There are some marks on that also. And earlier it was 4 case studies, the practical project kind of things, case study it was, but now they have reduced to 1 only. So at the end of the training, there will be a case study, kind of a, you must have done in your college days, that is a assignment, right? A final assignment of 2 days, that is your last. Here in your syllabus, it is at last 2 days, 2 2 days for 1 case study. So you have to do it and finish it that. So, and you'll have a presentation on those case study, so that Akshara, who is disturbing you? Who is disturbing?
My mother.
Mother. She's asking for some breakfast or something like.
No.
What's she saying? Mother, no. All the time troubling, no. Ah, what to do? These mothers, no. You cannot do anything.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So understood now. So you have to be careful and try to score a good score, so that your allocation will be easy for them. Okay, clear now? Anything you want to ask? Anything you want to ask? And try to Be present
Sir,
during the classes, and ensure that your last time, I think, last to last batch, the first day, your people from the technical people, no, during this session, 20 days, no, anytime your technical people, meaning the project people may join during the session. They will silently listen what we are all discussing, what we are all, studying here, and how your progress and all. They will back end. They will monitor. Not only you, they will monitor me also. Okay, because when you finish your training and go to the project, they will say, "Oh, I know this girl. I know this guy. I know this one." Okay, they see all these things every day. The report silently. They will join for few minutes, some 10-15 minutes, and they'll leave. So they will ensure that they will randomly check your work, what you have done individually, and make a note of that. This is the only company DXC which does this. Silently they'll join without your notice, without my notice also, and they check all these things and make a note of that. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, actually, what if we have a doubt in the task you gave?
That evening.
Yes, sir.
Now, very good question. Suppose during the session in the morning to evening, if you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime. Okay.
Recording in
Are you
progress.
there, Ismail? Otherwise, what? Where are you? Why you switched off? Why you left the meeting then? Now, Ismail, I'll give you two tasks, two assignment. First, what you do today? Today you make prepare. I mean, make one WhatsApp group. Okay, one group, WhatsApp group, having all beautiful girls. Okay, and you add me there also. Okay, I'll give my number. Huh? You, you all know each other? No.
no,
We
sir.
don't know, sir.
Oh, meaning to when did you join? When did you all join then?
30th of
Around
last month, sir.
30th September.
30th
Last
September.
30th
30th of
on
September.
September
30th of
30th.
September.
30th of September. Today is 13.
Yes.
What you are all doing then the last 13 days?
We were having
We were
foundation training, and so we were placed in different groups.
yeah.
So today onwards, have a discussion with each other. Okay, get to know each other, because you are the 23 people will be joining 3 projects. Okay, fine. So you need to know each other and be comfortable with each other, right? So now Ismail, make one WhatsApp group today. Again, he's gone. Are you there? Ah, okay. Just make one WhatsApp group, and my number is. Everybody, please take down. Okay, okay. Take down my number. Otherwise, everybody, it is 96 200 50606. My number is 96 200 50606. Okay. and that is my WhatsApp number. But anyone wants to call me, don't call me with that number. That is only for the WhatsApp. If you want to call me with another number, 9880 786 172. You want to call, you call me with this number, but WhatsApp number is 96 200 50606. Okay. So during the task, okay, Ismail, you got your first task. What to do first? Okay. Second task is collect everybody's Gmail. Everybody should have a Gmail and share me, type everybody's Gmail properly in Notepad. You know Notepad, right? And share me that. Why I'm asked only Gmail, okay? No other office mail, no other mail, only Gmail. Why I'm saying
Personal Gmail, sir.
personal Gmail? Yes,
Okay.
personal Gmail. Why? Because during this course, I'll be sharing some documents, okay, which is all prepared by me for your future reference. Not only during the training, after the training, anywhere, any day you get stuck or you want to know something extra, you can go through that document and you get to know. It's kind of like a Bible, okay. So I'll be sharing those things so that you can have it as long as you are in the mainframe, okay, because it is a big books and all, so kind of things, soft copies. So you need to have a Gmail so that it can be comfortable sent to that, okay. If you are using if chat works, okay, I need to stick, okay, fine, okay. So and now Radhika, I'm answering your question. Suppose in the night you get stuck somewhere with the errors and all, before 10:30 you can WhatsApp me, okay, sir, I'm stuck with this one, please help me, okay. No personal message, no personal things, okay. In the group itself, you just mention your name, Radhika, and you put a question there, okay, your whatever
sir.
where you stuck there, so that
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
just reply, because 10:30 some, if I don't have any work, no, I sleep, because 5 o'clock 5:30 I get up in the morning. So 10:30 11 o'clock max. If I have work, i sleep around 2 o'clock. That up to that time um, I can reply it. Or what you can do, you, if you have, after my training, no, 5:30 or 6 o'clock, take some break and again join this meeting, okay. And you each other you discuss, and same time you share your thoughts and your logics and all. Don't share your programs, okay. Never share your programs to others. Am I clear now? Never share your program to others, because if you see others program, your no logical building will be totally zero. Just get to know the logic. You people have already C++ no knowledge. You should know what is logic, right? So you just talk each other. Have a very good friend of yours. Never have anything, because you are all friends of same batch. Definitely in the project, no, you'll be working together. So discuss with that. And if it is really, if you know, if you find that really it is very difficult to solve, then you put across to that in the group, so that others can answer it also, okay. What happened in the other batches and all, no, they send it to the personal things, and same question comes from 2 3 people. So if you send it in the this one in the group, others will also automatically come to know that question, and answers also. Fine.
Yes, sir.
And everybody, I expect everybody never think that, no, I am not that hard, or no, no, angry, or no. Oh yes, I get angry when you people are not serious for your career, okay. Because the moment you say that you go to the project and you tell that you are trained on mainframe by me, those your seniors will know, they will give you very less knowledge transfer. We call that as a KT. KT means knowledge transfer. The moment you say that you are trained on mainframe by me, they expect that at least you know the minimum things on mainframe. They will not help you on that. Okay, and so get to know this. Anywhere you get you get a doubt, sir, I don't understand, please explain me again. Anytime, any number of time, I have very good patience to clarify your doubt. But you have to be serious for your career, because in the project it is different environment, training is different. Always be selfish. Always be selfish for what? To know more, to learn more. That is your
Recording in
doubt. You have to
progress.
be clarified. Don't keep it in the for future. Okay, I'll ask someday, someone, and get to know that. No, 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 no. You think of yourself first, because tomorrow when you go to the project, never think that no, your manager will assign one work to projecta, and the projecta never expect that same work will be given to two, three people. No, and the projecta will may not ask help from others. Why? Others may not be knowing that. Am I clear now? So you have to be independent in this case. Now you are all working now, working professional. So you have to be independent everything of your own. Am I clear? Ask. Someone wanted
Yes,
to
sir.
ask. Huh?
Yes, sir. I have one doubt that I have recruited as a business analyst,
Yes.
and here all are software engineers. So I will be means project will be allotted to me same as the software engineers, or means I am not clear about this.
Renu. Who is this?
Yes,
Renu?
sir.
I'll tell you one thing, Renu.
Yes, sir. Renu, sir.
You Renu or Renu? Renu, right?
Renu.
Acha. I'll tell you
Yes,
one
sir.
thing. For learning mainframe, honestly, if you ask me, learning the mainframe, there is no graduation is required. Or B Tech or M Tech or something is not required. I have seen people, even I can give you during my training, I'll tell you so many of examples. People from nowadays for IT industry, they are hiring B Tech, BE or M Tech, ME, BSc computer science. In those days, earlier days, they used to hire civil engineer also, and textile also, and all across the engineers. And they, when they come to the mainframe, no, I only train them, and they are all managers now. Okay, at least you are graduates. Okay, there is a value. I am the masters I have done. There is absolutely, there is no required master degree for mainframe, and it is my duty to teach you from the basic to the intermediate level to the advanced level. But yes, you have to give your 100% effort. You have to have a 100% dedication towards this your career. Day I'll ask the same thing, how comfortable you are. Not only at the end, every module, it is my job to ask you how comfortable you are in every module of mainframe. Am I clear?
Recording in
Now put it into
progress.
work. And you do not know even when this pandemic will get over. Till that time, you'll be at home. So get some very good, nice broadband at home and start doing that. Am I clear now? And ensure that you have a proper network, because this is your life. You have to sit at home and do it. And same thing in the training also, you have to do it. See what happens, for a practical here in our training, we'll be using some mainframe, which is there in US. It is not like installing at your laptop or things, no desktop, and you manage it. No, we'll be connecting some remote server, which is in US. And in mainframe, what is the biggest problem is, suppose you are working now, and because of your network problem or because of your any issues, you are disconnected from mainframe. You are disconnected from mainframe. Again, connecting to the mainframe will take time because you did not log off properly. You have you noticed it in your laptop or desktop when you no abnormally you shut down your laptop or desktop. Next time you log on, it takes some time, right? For again putting all these things. Same thing in mainframe also. Once you are disconnected uninterruptedly, so with some kind of your internet or something, connecting again to the mainframe, it will take time. You have to wait for that. Okay, sometimes it may connect with 5 minutes or based on your internet. So if that is the case, okay, you message me in the WhatsApp. Okay, sir, I'll tell you, what's understand now? Understood what I'm saying? When once you are disconnected from mainframe and you try to connect it again after your network everything is restored, when you connect to mainframe, no, it will say that already logged in. That time you just message me in the WhatsApp, sir, purge me, delete my user ID, so that I'll reset it from my phone. Okay, for my phone, or if I'm at my system, I can do it. All these things in practical, I'll tell you. Don't worry, all these things. Okay, clear? So start by, because why I'm saying all these things, because in training server during this next 20 days you can manage, or I'm there to reset it. But suppose think that you got a project, and during the work of project your mainframe is, because of network, it is disconnected. How will you manage there that time? You have to inform to your manager. How many number of time you call your manager for resetting it? Again irritation starts from his end. Am I clear now? So you have to go for a very good broadband, everybody, and go for a very good broadband and ensure that your laptop also it is charged if you have any power problem at your place. Okay, otherwise use your office laptop, and when you have a power cut, you can switch to your this one personal laptop and start working there. Always have charging everything. Clear? Yes. Shall we start now, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Or any questions you have?
Yes,
All
sir.
any questions? Are any questions? No.
No, sir.
अच्छा, ठीक है. Chalo, switch off your camera. Now I'll open my notepad and start explaining this. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, may I take only 1 minute of break, please?
Or
Sir, for going to washroom.
acha, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so only
So what is the time
Yeah.
now? 10:40. Okay. Everybody, please go for a break then. Okay. 10 minutes break. It's 10:40.
Thank you so
Go
much.
for it and come by 10:50. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Recording in progress.
Are you all back? Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
My
Yes,
MS
sir.
Paint? Are you able to see what I'm writing here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. If you don't understand, again, I repeat, if you don't understand anything, just let me know. Okay. Are you all back now? Everybody can, Ismail, can you see that
Yes, sir.
all are present? Can you see that? I'm not able to see the participants. Okay, fine. Let me start now. So first, we'll see what is called a mainframe. Why this mainframe is used normally? What is the purpose? What it does actually, and how it looks like? Now, I'll ask the question to some person. Gitika, are you there? Gitika?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Gitika, when you have your laptop with you, your personal laptop?
No, sir, I'm just using my company laptop.
No, earlier I'm talking about during your,
Yes, sir.
you bought your laptop, right? During your engineering days, right?
Right, sir.
So before you buy a laptop, what you saw that? What you look for before you buy?
Mm. So first of all, the RAM of the laptop and the
Then
storage.
can I say that before you buy a laptop, you look for hardware, right? That
Yeah,
in the
right, sir.
hardware that comes with your RAM, then it comes your hard disk, then it comes up with your what you call RAM, hard disk, and what you called um, uh, processors,
Yeah,
all the
generation, huh? Yes, sir.
generation, all these things. Okay, then what next? What next? What are the criteria? I'm saying that what is the criteria here? Everybody, the question to all. Okay, what is the criteria you look for before you buy your laptop? One is hardware. Okay, fine. Next,
Ma'am, well, yeah,
okay, that is operating
a-
system. Very good.
and their
Next,
features.
See the
feature.
storage, sir.
That is all comes under hardware. No, that comes with the hardware. Software here, OS, operating system, and C, C++, all these things. Okay, now what is the else?
Features, sir.
What is
Laptop features.
features in the sense?
Just a screen, their screen and the touch sensibility,
Uh,
all that like.
That comes in the hardware, no? That comes in the hardware. Now,
Okay.
anything else that comes here with that, no?
Sir,
Hardware,
they review about the laptop,
Sir,
users reviews.
user reviews for buying that, okay. ठीक है, that is not the criteria.
and
Uh,
So
also sir,
Ah,
price,
lightweight,
some
compatible,
price of the
easy to
price,
carry.
weight, very good, very good. Then price, okay, you look for price also, you look for weight also. Then anything else? That generation comes here, okay,
Comes under hardware.
hardware.
We
Then
also see the brands.
okay,
component.
very good. That is also brand comes. Very good. Then
Charging and backup.
sorry,
Charging and backup.
that comes in the hardware, no? Battery and all these things.
Yes.
That comes here. Then next, brand.
sir,
That, they are all hardware things.
sir, warranty,
Warranty. Next, I'll say what is called a security. It can give me security now.
Yes.
Security in the sense like, I
yes,
should have a proper system like a finger things or face no recognition, all these things, so that nobody can open my laptop and all, because I have some valuable things inside that.
Yes.
yes,
Now it has comes at the fingertips, finger detection, face detection, all these things has come. And I need a called a robust. Robust means what? Wear a tear, meaning I can use some rough use also, so that it never, if it is very sensitive, very light, if it falls, it will break it, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So this when you buy a laptop, and I need to have a called application.
Hello, sir.
Ah.
Sir, can you please repeat it again? Actually, I was not there. So what we are talking about?
See, now actually, this when you buy a laptop in your college days and all, what are the points you look for before you bought your laptop in your those days, your college days? So you look for some hardwares. What was the hardware you required for your? So basic things, your requirement is writing some C++, Java program or something like that. So you should not go for a price high price, and because your requirement is not that. Suppose you are going for a gaming kind of a development and all, definitely you need to go for a bigger hardware and other softwares, and the price also high, because in the gaming softwares and all, it's costly, very costly. Costs are very high. So you're based on your requirement, these criteria, that is your hardware. You look for hardwares. For my requirement is this, so my hardware should be enough for this. 4 GB RAM is enough. Hard disk 1 terabyte is enough. Or batteries, if it is 6-hour backup it gives, that's fine. Or processor octa core, something like that. That my requirement is enough for this. My college time, what else I can do? Only writing program, that's it. So my Windows or Linux is enough, my operating system. So definitely when you buy a laptop, you go for a pricing also. And this should be weight here. What is that weight of that? If it is heavy or very light, that also you check. The main thing is a brand. HP or LG or IBM, or there are many players, the manufacturers. Which brand you look for? Or Asus or Lenovo, the brand also you look for that. Then now you suppose there is a very critical application you have, or some things, some files you have kept it. So you need to have a security in that case. So finger securities and detections are there, face detections are there. So many securities you can implement that. And your laptop should be enough, so that suppose any function things and all happen, something malfunction happen, it should actually manage it. Then application means, suppose you have developed, many people just now from your group said you have developed some web applications and all. Suppose some applications, some softwares you are prepared, and that you want to keep it here in this laptop, which others cannot play it or other cannot run it. So you can have a proper application. Which application you are developing, it should run on that system. So when you buy a laptop, You are seeing all the criteria. There are many criteria. If I keep on writing, there will be many criteria. Same here, when you buy this mainframe, okay, when you buy this mainframe, there are so many points also you have to look for. Anybody can buy a mainframe. It is not like that one. Anybody can buy a mainframe. It's again hardware. So here, so there definitely here also there are some hardwares. When it comes to the hardware, definitely what happens? Normally I'll tell you this mainframe is used as a server. You know what is server? Can anybody just tell me what is server? Yes. So something like, no, this is my Google server or Gmail server or Gmail or Yahoo server. They have a servers. From your laptop, you just connect them. That's it. From your desktop, you connect it. Million people from their location, across the location, they connect to their servers. Yahoo has got separate server, Gmail has different, Google has something, YouTube, they have a different servers, and this is called a server, and this we call that as a client. Am I clear now? They are all clients. Or the moment if you what all you want to work with your Gmail, now what happen? This is your laptop here. Anybody having any problem? Please, these are all basic things. Please let me know if you have any doubt. From laptop, when you through the browser, you connect to the Gmail or Yahoo Mail or YouTube or whatever. Meaning whatever you do at the server end only. Nothing you do in your laptop except connecting. Once you connect to the browser, through the browser to the server, respective server, suppose you are sending a mail from one person to other person, meaning in the server itself, there is a one account to another account you are sending the mail. The server is doing all kind of things. Am I clear now, everybody?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
here, what is the job of the server? It satisfies the request and response of the client. Request and response of the client. This is the client. He requests it and get the response back. The server does. Same thing normally mainframe use as a server. Meaning in that case, suppose this is think that this is our mainframe here, mainframe, and there are many clients are all connected. Connect means all developers, all tester, all production support, all the people who are all now having proper user ID and password, they can only connect to that mainframe for their purpose, for their work. Think that I'm giving another example. If you have a doubt, please let me know. So suppose think of this. This is your called MasterCard. Okay, I'll tell you that ICICI Bank. Suppose this ICICI Bank. Now here, Prajakta is having one account here in this ICICI Bank. Now here, Muskan is having one more account here. Now when she logs on from her house, no, to the ICICI website, net banking, she does all the work in the server, this server only, on her here. Suppose now what happens here, now Priya is sitting at the ATM machine. She is connected, she is there no, in the ATM. Now she wants to withdraw the money. Now she is connected to the mainframe servers. Meaning here, so in this case, this is my mainframe. This is my mainframe, and it is satisfying the request of all the clients. Different requests, and automatically once the request comes, definitely the response means the output. It has to go back to that. It has to go back to that particular ATM. Am I clear, everybody? So normally what happens, this mainframe is used for server purpose. Okay, clear? Any doubt, please? Any doubt, please? No?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So now here, when I say it is a server, and definitely there will be a hardware. What is the hardware? Yes, you should have a RAM here. Same thing. You should have a hard disk here. You should have a processor here, all the hardware. But what is the difference here? What is the difference between here and here? Please take down same time parallelly, keep writing also same time. Okay. What happens as far as the server goes here, in mainframe, we do not call RAM, random access memory, in
Recording in
the
progress.
by look wise, all are same. By look wise, it is all same. Am I clear now? So IBM says because IBM has their own monopoly, they do not call RAM, and they have their own monopoly and own naming convention. So you have to be careful when you say that instead of memory, a RAM, you say that a main memory or real storage or primary memory. Fine now? Clear anybody? Any doubt, please?
No, sir.
So
No, sir.
coming back to this hard disk, you call this as a hard disk in your laptop. But as far as the mainframe is concerned, we do not call that as a hard disk, but we call as a DASD, direct access storage device. Can you read my handwriting?
Yes, sir.
So in mainframe, the hard disk is called DASD, direct access storage device. Same construct. I mean, same thing. Have you ever seen hard disk? Anybody have seen the hard disk? How it looks like in your
Yes,
laptop and all? Same thing
Yes, sir.
here. There is no, in physical appearance wise, it is all same. But IBM says, no, I don't call hard disk. Rather, I should call as a direct access storage device. Same thing. Am I clear now? Now here coming to the processor here there are multiple processors are there. Okay. Now in your laptop also, I do not know. Now this my laptop has just recently I bought. It is i7, Intel Core i7. Same thing in the mainframe also. There are processors. Multiple processors are all connected. i7 means earlier, if you remember earlier, dual core. Dual core means a single core. Single core means only one processor was there. Then dual core came up. Dual core means in one black chip, two processors they kept it. Dual core. Then now after that, octal core has come. Octal core means one chip. There are 8 processors are all inside. Now they have made it Intel Core i7, meaning again there are multiple processors are all connected here. Same thing in the mainframe also, the processors are all unlimited. You feel like your execution is slow, you can add some processor there. Am I clear now? And as far as this hard disk is concerned, or DASD, direct access storage device is concerned, there is no limitation. In your laptop or desktop, you may have a 1 or 2 or so, but here in mainframe, there are thousands of storage. Now, meaning storage device. Can a ICICI bank say, can a ICICI bank say that my hard disk is filled, my DSD is filled, I cannot have some more account holder? No, he cannot say that. Can a MasterCard, that credit card, MasterCard say that I cannot have a more transactions?
No.
No. Every day listen to one thing, in think of like ICICI Bank or HDFC or MasterCard, any kind of, I'm always giving your kind of banking application, insurance kind of examples. So have watch on this. So now every day people, suppose think that HDFC Bank, there are thousands of people. Suppose say example 10,000 people are there, account holder. Those 10,000 people are all depositing some money, withdrawing some money, depositing, withdrawing, transferring the money. Lot of transactions are all happening. And they should be written to this DSD also. Why? Why you want to write it all? Because when you go for a statement, mini statement, when you go for a mini statement or statement, 10 years statement, those who have done online at transaction net banking, you can see that 10-year statements. They keep on writing into the DSD only, so that they can get back those 10-year statements. They cannot delete it, those transactions. They have to keep it for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, because you never know. Anyone comes one day and asks for give me my statement, 20 years back statement. He's paying for that. So they need to have enough DSDs for storing those. Everyday data is growing. Every day data is growing. So they should have enough DSDs or hard disk for storing those informations. They cannot delete it. So when they have to have, definitely they should have enough hard disk or DSDs with them. Thousands of hard disk DSDs, they keep it in a mainframe. Am I clear now? Yes. Anybody having any doubt, please? Direct access storage device. It is same like a hard disk. Okay. So here today onwards, I'll stop calling hard disk. Rather, I'll call DSD. For RAM also, I'll stop calling RAM. I'll call real mem storage. This out of this 4 name, no, this is very common. IBM always, you attend any meeting or on, no, so this name always they call. Instead of calling primary memory, real memory or main memory, they call address space instead of this. Am I clear now? First point over, hardware. As far as the mainframe is concerned, you have to be careful of this hardware. So when you buy a mainframe, you have to see that hardware also. Now suppose you are going for a bank. Suppose you are going for a bank, then you have to see the RAM. Or suppose existing now, suppose ICICI thinks that no, my server is slow, or MasterCard or Visa card thinks that no, their server is slow. They have to enhance their address space. They have to add some hard disk. They have to add some processors. Definitely, they need to make it improve this hardware level. Now coming back to this one. Second point here, we saw here operating system is the thing. So here, as far as the mainframe is concerned, they have their own mainframe operating system, and this is called a multiple virtual storage, MVS, multiple virtual storage. This is the operating system. Even might have heard that DOS also, disk operating system, that also available in mainframe. You can have a Unix also on mainframe. No Windows, no nothing. Meaning on mainframe, you by default the operating system is MVS, multiple virtual storage. But you can have a DOS also, you can have a Unix also. You can install there. They are all portable. They are all allowed. Why it is this operating system in mainframe? Why the operating system is called MBS? I'll tell you. Multiple virtual storage, I'll tell you in another 5 minutes. Am I clear now? Without without a without
Yes,
a
sir.
know that without a mainframe, without a operating system, no system works. So this is the operating system we have. Am I clear? Yes. Anybody?
Yes, sir.
So now after this, no, after
Yes,
this
sir.
at least if you understand, please say yes. Okay. Please don't sit silently, and because I cannot see you. So when you understand, because sometimes I'll call your name also and ask you to explain once again, be ready for that. Okay. Now, coming back to this, okay, we installed that operating system. Then next comes with your languages. In the languages comes with your, you can install C also, you can install C++ also, you can install Java also. The new things has come. Java also can run on mainframe. Okay. Now COBOL, very old language, and PL1, PLI, assembler. There are few languages, Fortran. These are all the languages supported on mainframe. No .NET, no nothing.
So what
Java,
Python?
sorry.
Python.
By next year, IBM says by next year they'll come up with a Python supporting on mainframe, but now it is not.
Okay.
There is no window application, basically. Okay, and now you have a databases also, like you have Oracle. It's Oracle company, but IBM has own relational database called a DB2, database 2. Okay. Next, coming back to this price here, yes, you look for the price. So the minimum hardware of mainframe cost around some 1.2 crore onwards. The minimum configuration, the minimum hardware required, no, for operating. Meaning, see, basically the cost, as I said, no, purely depends upon this hardware. Purely depends on hardware. The more you add your hardwares, definitely the cost is increased. The basic mainframe size, I mean, the cost is 1.2 crore onwards, IBM price. And here, then next coming back to this weight, yes, it is really, because it is a server. When I say that say thousands of hard disks are there, DSDs are there, definitely it will be a bigger things. It is size is very big one. It is just like a single big room kind of servers, because lot of hard disks are there. And definitely there should be a rack where no, they can connect all the DSDs, hard disk are all there. And they need a kind of almirah kind of things, no, where cupboard kind of things, they to keep all these things, parallel connection. And yes, the brand here, when it comes to the brand, IBM, it is not only IBM who manufactures mainframe, there is a called Unisys also. They also manufacture this. HP also, they manufacture mainframe, and the most one is IBM. Very common mainframe server is sold by IBM. With these two people, very less they sell it, because market is totally taken over by IBM. Why? Because of the security, because of this robust in the sense IBM server has come. Okay, IBM server has come now recently. They said that, no, they published that if you have an earthquake, if it is of 8.2 in the Richter scale, 8.2 Richter scale earthquake, even the mainframe can survive. Am I clear now? It is so robust there. Now, if in the earthquake also with 8.2, it can survive without any damage or anything. And here, as far as this application goes, yes, all the critical applications. Critical application means normally we call as a mission critical projects. Mission critical means where the banking comes, insurance, retail, healthcare. They're all things We call that as a mission critical. Where this financial transaction happens, we call that as a mission critical. Even I'm talking about some 8 to 10 years back, 8 to 10 years back, no, even 10 years back, no, all our major, launching of the satellite, all it was done through the mainframe. But now what happened? They advanced this mainframe and they call that as a supercomputer. They call it a supercomputer. Why? Because the accuracy. Here, accuracy is little less compared to this one. So they enhance the hardware and all these things, and they call that as a supercomputer. Now for all the rocket launching and all everything, missile launching, everything is done through the supercomputer. Just advanced version of mainframe. Am I clear now? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You got
Yes, sir.
little why you need a mainframe. There are few more things also I want to add it here. There are few things I want to add it here. Then you say, sir, okay, I understand there are so many advantages. You explained why mainframe and all. Now, what anything else other than that? I'll tell that processing speed. Processing speed, meaning execution speed. Now you think that you are standing next to the ATM, some ATM. You have inserted your card. ATM doesn't give you the money. It just dispatches the money. The moment you insert your card here, what happens? Then it connects to the server, nearest server, where the server is, mainframe server. It connects to the mainframe server and checks whether you have enough balance or not. It validates your PIN number with your account number, everything. Then comes here and dispatches the money. Now you think that during this process, it takes 1 hour. What you do? Do you wait for 1 hour for getting your money?
No.
No,
In
no,
that
sir.
case, you think, you feel like, okay, what I'm doing, let's go to the bank and get the money. Because it has to go there, validate, and again comes back. Definitely there is, for doing this one, there are some programs getting executed. You agree with me? When it goes there and check the validation and all these things, your transaction ID, your PIN number, your account number, your balance and all, there are some programs getting executed behind that. For getting that program executed, suppose it takes 1 hour. No one will go to the ATM for money withdrawal. So it should be a fraction of second, millisecond. So the speed of this going for request and coming the responses back, it should be minimum to minimum time. That is called processing speed. Processing speed, this program, what is written there in whatever in the Java or C++, some hundreds of program or depending upon the requirement, no, those programs need to be getting executed immediately without fraction of second or millisecond. So that is called the processing speed. You can't believe the recent mainframe, please note it down, Z13S, the mainframe has come, and here it executes 7,123 MIPS. MIPS means million instruction per second. Million instruction per second, meaning 7,123 million instruction per second. Now, everybody, you said here in your introduction that everybody knows C++. Can you just tell me an example? Can you tell me one example which is called instruction? Anyone? What is instruction in C? Example. Tell me. Jansi, Aparna, Gauri, Muskan. Don't sit. Even though you say wrong, I'm not going to say anything. Remember this.
So can you please repeat the question?
What is instruction in C language?
It's a set of statements, sir.
Tell me, give me example.
So just like print statement.
Printf
Yes, sir.
something.
Like int array of 5, 10, like that.
This is called instructions. In C, C++, the instructions terminated or ended with a semicolon called instruction. This is instruction to whom? This is instruction to the operating system so that it will do the job. So this is in C language, this is called instruction. As I told you, mainframe also allows C, C++. Suppose you have written a program in C or C++ with a line with called 100 or 10,000 lines. 10,000 lines. Suppose you wrote this 10,000 instruction in your program. Am I clear now? Now you just, if you are using this hardware, you can think of like how fast your program is executed. 7,123 million per second. Can you believe? Now suppose if you write a 10,000 line of program, meaning some nanosecond. So when we buy mainframe, no, normally when we buy the mainframe, no, we buy the laptop, we say that's processor, octal core or i7 or i6 or i5, all this Intel core i5 or i6. But when they buy the mainframe, the processor they buy this way. What is MIPS? Million instruction per second. You can think of how fast it is. Am I clear? 7,123 million lines per second. Lines means instruction. This is instruction. This is line ended with a semicolon. You can think of like how fast mainframe is. For that, the moment you put a ATM here, the card here, it immediately goes there, and again everything checking done and get response, and your money is here dispatched. Yeah, go ahead. Yes. MBS is the main operating system. I understood, Saik. I understood your what you are talking now. Now, this what we are all discussing. These are all started with the 1961 onwards. This mainframe story started with this. Now, understand now? By this time, by today, it is 2021. Those data which are all already inside this, it is not that easy to convert to some AWS or cloud. The new things you can think of something else, but the data which are all inside the mainframe from this 1961 onwards, because they are all manufactured at that time, so those data needs to be migrated to the new technology, right? So people do not have money to migrate from your existing one to a new concept. If you are happy with your this one, why you are thinking of the new one then? Why you are going for a new one? For better facility, for better speed or better all these things, right? But if your old one is giving everything, then what is the point of moving to the new technologies? Now I'll give example. Now you go to the HDFC. You tell that HDFC, sir, bank. Now you say that, sir, we have done some cloud or AWS and all, so many servers have, so many things are come. Now, why don't you change everything to this one, AWS? Then they'll say that if I move everything, if I migrate to the new concept, who will pay the money? And now my people are all, suppose HDFC, some 1,000 people are employees are there. Now he will say that already my 1,000 people are all good enough to manage my existing one. If I migrate to AWS, now where will I get some new people for AWS? Again, he has to either give the training to those 1,000 people and make them work, or hire another 1,000 people to operate this one. If they hire it, again, it will be a challenge for them. No, it may not work properly. It may not give 100% all these things. If I'm happy with my existing one, with all the facility and all the things, why should I look for the other one then? Am I clear now? And by the time, million of data are all there. As far as the mainframe is concerned, okay, 90% of 90%, let me write, 90% of your card facility, card, you know, card means your credit card, debit card, debit card, runs on mainframe. Because they are all Visa card, MasterCard. They are all run on the mainframe. Again, changing to a new server, no, Amazon server and all, it is again, it's a, there will be 100 challenges will be there. If I'm happy with my roti and chawal, then why should I every day go for, no, I go for a biryani then. If I go for a biryani, definitely I'll have a stomach problem then, because I'm used to roti and chawal. Am I clear now? Okay. Any doubt, please? So please note it down. MIPS means million instruction per second. That is for processing speed. And it can go for a, as I told you, DSDs, don't say HD, okay, hard disk. We have to say DSDs, DASD, direct access storage device. To store huge volume of data, huge volume of data. Every day data is growing. Every day data is growing. You should have enough DSDs, hard disk, to store the data. Am I clear? Anybody? Now,
Sir,
ah,
so can you please tell me again about security in mainframe?
now in the security now, I'll come to this. Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
coming back to this now, processing speed is clear. Use volume of data is clear with the DSDs. Now coming back to this, Acha, one thing I'll ask one question. Can HDFC say that my server is not working properly? I want to do maintenance. I want to stop my application. Can they say that? Can they stop their server?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, not at all. Not at all. Can MasterCard say that I want to, my mainframe is giving something, I want to do some maintenance, I want to stop that? Can they do? No, they cannot do that. They cannot say no, shut down their server. Meaning, you, for your application, because it is a mission critical, this banking and insurance and all these things, you cannot shut down your server. In that case, what is that? You need a server which can go for a non-stop application. It can go for a non-stop application 24/7 into 365 days. Continuously it should run. And when it comes to this, next point is reliability. Reliable. What is the meaning of reliable? You can trust. Meaning, because it is a mission critical, you can trust that server. Yes. Meaning, reliable in terms of accuracy or efficiency. clear now? I can rely on that. You can rely on your laptop, okay, for anything, any breaking or anything. Same thing in application side also. Yes, if I have a banking application, I can rely it.